counselor. It's Friday, April the 24th. Hope everyone's had a great week. And so this is our last day of the week, and we get to enjoy some free time for Saturday and Sunday. But this week, who can tell me what we have been talking about? You're right. We've been talking about how to be kind. And we didn't just focus on being kind to others. We talked about it's very important that we're kind to ourselves. Not that we're being selfish, but we do have to practice what we call self-care. So making sure that you are exercising, you're eating properly, you're getting plenty of sleep, you're spending time with your family, maybe talking to your loved ones or doing Zoom meetings or Skyping with loved ones you can't see. Those are great ways to practice self-care. And that's a way to show kindness to yourself. And that's very important because you know what? If we're not kind to ourselves, it's really hard to be kind to others. So you have to do that. And then Tuesday, I think I challenged you about what could you do to be kind to others. And we really talked about being kind at home because if we're really following the directions of our governor, we are supposed to stay home right now and we're supposed to practice social distancing. So talk about how can we help our families because you know what, we live in those houses too. So what could you do to help mom and dad, grandparents, or the other adults in your lives? And even being kind to our brothers and sisters. I know. Can you believe I asked you to do that? And I hope that you really have thought about some things. And then on Wednesday, it was Earth Day, and we talked about being kind to our earth. And I hope that you had fun thinking of ways that you could do that. And so yesterday I read one of my favorite books by Steve Herman about being kind with Didgeridoo. And I mentioned to you that he had never been taught about how to treat people. You know, he was a poor sport, he got mad, he didn't have good self-regulation skills. So once his new friend taught him, he changed, didn't he? So I want us to remember that sometimes people come in our lives that haven't been taught those skills, and it's our job to help them learn those skills. So we have to be able to be a little patient, which just a heads up, that's what we're going to talk about next week, about patience. And it's coming at a great time because my patience level, oh my goodness. All right, so before I share today, so I have another book. Scholastic has said that we could read a book, and we're going to do a guided loving kindness practice today to end the day. So let's do our mindful moment because, you know, I always tell my boys and girls, if we get ready, reset our brain, then we're ready to learn. So I want you to be able to have a takeaway from my lesson today. So get in your comfortable seat or sit crisscross applesauce. The biggest thing is we're going to put our hands on our knees. We're going to relax our shoulders and we're going to look down. Now, if you're comfortable doing it, I want you to look down and close your eyes, okay? So if you'll do that, okay, let me see if everybody's ready. All right, I'm looking. All right, so it looks like everybody's ready. So again, we're inhaling through our nose. We're counting slowly 3 times. We're holding it, and then we're slowly exhaling through our nose on a count of 4. Now, if you have a stuffy nose, instead of exhaling through your nose, you can exhale through your mouth. I always tell my boys and girls we can smell the flower and then we can blow out the birthday candle. So if that helps you, do that. So ready? Let's do this 3 times. So ready? We're going to inhale. Ready? Inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. All right. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Let's do it one more time. Inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3. And hold it. All right. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. One last time. Everybody get ready. Inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Everybody sit up and open your eyes. Very good. So I hope, today practice doing the breathing. throughout the day. And so, just another tidbit, I have been listening to some different webinars, and one of the things that we were discussing is that for boys and girls, we need to get up throughout a school day. We need to be up and out a lot. We don't need to be sitting a lot. So make sure, maybe after a good 15 minutes of working really hard, that you're up and you're doing some kind of brain break and practice your breathing. Because again, that's going to help you get that work done quicker. Because I've been talking to lots of boys and girls that are going, oh, the biggest thing is I love being home with my family. I don't like doing this work. Well, we know that's part of our responsibility as being a student. That's our job. So make sure you're doing that, and I think it will help you. All right, so our book today, so my challenge, and you can actually do these over the weekend, says Try a Little Kindness. It's by Henry Cole. It's a scholastic book, but I thought you might like it. It's got some neat little animals, so here we go. And I love the illustrations, so I'm going to show you the pictures, and then I'm going to turn it so you can see the front. All right. A smile to greet the morning, a hug to greet each day, a thank you and a yes please are things that you should say. Our animal friends will show you exactly how it's done. Make it a daily habit. Kindness can be fun. So, that's what we've been talking about today. We've talked about our manners. All right, let's look at our animal friends and let's see. It says, wake up with a smile. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to practice that because y'all want to know a secret? I do not like mornings. I'm not a morning person, so it's really hard. My husband can jump right up and wake up with a smile. Mrs. Ross does not wake up with a smile. Rise and shine, breakfast time. So guess what? That's going to be my challenge. I'm going to try to wake up with a smile. Be the last in line. Oh my goodness, when we get back to school, this is something I want everybody to practice. Because you know what? One of our biggest arguments is, I want to be first. I want to be first. So, wow, that's a way to practice kindness. Don't worry about being first unless you're the line leader. Invite someone over to play with you. Now, right now, unless they're part of your family, we can't invite somebody to play with us, but maybe later. So that's pretty good. Invite somebody over. So hopefully, eventually, we're going to get to do that. Oh my goodness, this is a good one. Share your toy. So this has been what I've heard with brothers and sisters. It's sharing. So maybe this is something you can practice over the weekend. You'll feel so special inside. Try some kindness every day. A smile, a joke, or something else. Come on, don't you want to play? Look, they're having fun. Tell someone they are special. Oh, I love that. And you know what, guys? We don't need to be face-to-face to do that. Write a note, draw a picture. Technology has helped us so much during this time. Send an email, make a card and send it through the email. You can do that. Snap something on your phone and send it. Everybody has phones. And so he's going, you're special. And he's saying, it's what's on the inside that counts. Be a great ally. Wonder what that means. Ally. So you think it could be another word for friend? Write a poem for someone. Well, your ELA teachers might like that. Maybe write a poem and send it. Praise someone's work. I know several of you, your classes are doing Flipgrids or you doing the seesaw. Maybe you get to give feedback to others, and that's a good way. Is what's something that you see they're doing that you're really going, oh, I really like that. Oh, hold the door for a friend. Well, we're not actually going to be able to hold doors for friends right now, but could you do that for your family members? Because family members can be friends. Give someone your seat. Pick up the trash. Now, you could do those with family. Maybe if you've always had one place on the couch instead of you sitting there, you could give some that up for someone else. And maybe go outside in your yard or on your street and pick up trash. Visit someone who is lonely. Now, I do think that's an important thing, and I was talking to someone about that. We can't visit right now because we're practicing social distancing. But that's something after this is all over, maybe to think. But you could do a Zoom call, or you could do just a regular phone call to someone that you haven't been able to see and just check in on them. I know you think we did it, but our job is not quite done. We need to keep on going. Being kind is so much fun. Help someone without being asked. Oh my goodness. May I help you with those? Need help with that? You need to unwind. And guess who? Somebody I bet you could be a great helper to this weekend. I bet your parents are super tired. They're working, they've been taking care of you, they've been your teacher. Maybe without them even asking, maybe, hey, let me try to cook dinner. Uh, I can clean off the supper tables, I can wash the dishes, or I can fold the laundry. I bet they would love that. That's a great way to be kind to parents. Read to your friends. Practice reading to each other. I think that's a great way to be kind. Oh, write thank you notes. You know what's coming up, and I don't know if you guys realize this, and we're not going to be in school. We have Teacher Appreciation Week. It's usually the first week in May, I believe. You could write a note to your teacher and let her know, or no, him or her, why you love them so much. Do something unexpected. That's pretty cool. So you get to choose. I'm not going to tell you. Take a selfie with friends. Oh my goodness, I love that picture. Not that we get to do a selfie with friends right now, but some of you that are really tech savvy might could figure out a way to do that on a Zoom. I did that last night with a group and took a picture and sent to them. We couldn't be together, but we did a Zoom call. When evening has come and it's time to go to bed, you brush your teeth and wash your feet and make sure your fish is fed. Think of new good deeds to do and some nice things to say. Then you'll know why kindness counts and look forward to each day. I love that. So think about that. It's fun to be kind. And you know what? When we do that, when we're kind to others, it means we're really being kind to ourselves too. And it does make the world a better place. And so I was listening to this morning to this fella, and I cannot remember his name. I'm not finished listening to it. But he asked a question. He said, is the world better because you're in it? Is the world better because you're in it? So I want you to think about that this weekend. Is your home better because you're in it? Are you being so kind to others that they would, if you weren't around? So what are you doing to make the world better? Each of us can do something to make the world better. So I'm going to challenge you to do that. All right, so we're going to end the day with a loving kindness practice, okay? So you need to find a comfortable place to sit, all right? And you have to close your eyes this time, okay? You ready? We're going to sit and close our eyes. I want you to take a few deep breaths. I want you to relax your body. And this is what I want you to think about. We've talked about mantras, things that we can say, like I repeated, I am kind, I am enough, I am strong. I want you to think about a phrase that reflects what you wish most deeply for yourself. What do you wish for you? Okay? And we're going to repeat it. Like, I really need to be able to say I'm enough because I'm really bad about beating myself up about, oh, I'm not talking to enough kids today. I've had so much going on, or I didn't get to take that class. So I want us to deep breathe and come up with a phrase that you can say, whether it's I'm kind, I am brave. What's something that reflects something that you need to put into yourself? A positive self-talk. You don't have to say it out loud, but if you want to. So I'm going to take a deep breath, and in my mind, I'm saying, I am enough, because I'm working really hard. All right, so I'm going to breathe in, and I breathe out. So saying that. All right, now this time, I want you to bring someone to mind who's been kind to you. If you have someone come to mind, I want you to think, what's something you can do? What have they done? How can you show gratitude for them? Picture that person in your mind. Think about, what's something over the weekend that you can do for that person. Can you write them a note? Can you give them a hug? Especially if they're in your family, in your house. What's something that you might can do? And maybe if a good friend comes to mind that you're missing from school, someone you care about, maybe you can check with your teacher. You could send a note. when y'all do Zoom calls, I know my classroom teachers are doing all kind of Zoom calls, and I'm joining in on those. So ask your parents about joining in. That's a great way to connect with your classmates that you're missing. All right. Now, so what I want you to think this time, we're breathing in and out. I want you to think about who's a person that maybe you haven't been kind to. And this is something that I want you to think about. What's something that you need to change about your actions to be kinder to that person? So let's breathe in and out. All right. Think about that person. If you had the opportunity, if you ran into them, if you could talk to them, what's something you want to say? Because if we extend loving kindness towards others, we want everybody to be happy. If we can do that, we can become friends with people, and guess what? It does make the world a better place. And maybe there's somebody that you're having trouble with. Think about that. I mean, I really have thought about that while we've been out of school and not being able to be face to face with people. We miss those connections. So let's think how we can make this world a better place by being kind. So kindness towards others. It doesn't mean just because we're kind to people that, if they're doing something we don't like, that we approve of that. But you know what? We don't get to choose what other people do. We only get to choose how we respond. So if you will sit up and open your eyes. So I'm going to end with this because I've done this before. So I painted rocks and I did little things and I gave to my staff. And it has the words, you decide. So, we've been talking about kindness. Every day we choose how we respond. There are people who are mean to us, but we get to choose how we're going to respond to them. And I'm going to say to you, instead of choosing to be ugly back to people if they're not being kind to us, I want you to choose to be nice to people. Because everything that we've talked about this week, when we give kindness, it comes back to us tenfold. So I hope that these ideas have helped you this week. I do want you to practice them over the weekend, but boys and girls and staff members and parents, Saturday and Sunday are our days off. So I want you to enjoy each other. I think it's going to be a nice weekend. No schoolwork. Everybody, we need to decompress. That means take time off, practice self-care. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you next week.